Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm Tony. This is the Tony Narrative Show, and today I want to help you find your ideal client. Do you struggle with understanding how to find your target audience or having a hard time finding your niche? Stay tuned to the end of the video for some simple tips on how you can use these today and start boosting your target audience. Today, we're going to create an easy solution to determine your ideal client or niche for online presence and bring clarity to your goals with 5 simple tips. So, you are looking to put a new product or service out there on the market and get super duper rich and buy a new boat. Me too. It's not gonna happen that easy though. You gotta put the time in, you gotta put the effort in, you gotta work hard for it. You gotta be clear on your message and what your goals are. People are buying your product and your service, and you're seeing the growth already happen. And you love that growth, but you wanna grow further and faster, right? So let's fast forward a few years from now. Your product's been out in the market, your service has been out in the market, you've developed an audience already, but you're kind of hitting that point where demand's not going up any further than what it was initially. You're kind of in this standstill that you need to grow. In order to be more successful, you have to grow and you have to expand your reach. It's possible that your service or product reached an ideal client initially at a broader spectrum, but now those people who already have it, maybe they don't have a way to clarify what your product is, and it's not reaching anybody else. So we need to target an ideal niche and target audience to make sure that we're always attacking those individuals and bringing new leads into our business every single day. Our first step to finding our ideal audience or target client is determining what our product does or what our service helps our clients with. It may sound simple, but it's crucial to fully understand exactly what your product or service offers to the consumer to make sure they understand and to make sure you have full clarity on the direction you would like to go. So now that we have determined what we offer, the next step is to find a target age demographic to attack. You can't attack everybody. What you do for 18 to 24 target group may not work for 65 and up. There's different ways that technology have affected younger audiences and ways technology hasn't affected the older audience just yet. So you have to understand who your target age demographic is to make sure that you are marketing directly to that group for your product or service if your product or service best benefits those individuals, right? So it's hard being a jack of all trades. There's a few people out there that can, but it's hard being a jack of all trades. So we need to make sure that the group that we're attacking knows that our trades are for them. Pretty easy so far, right? So let's use age group 18 to 24 for this third step. Does your product or service speak to male or female genders? Now I know it's 2020 and gender roles are crazy right now, but at the same time, we do make products and services that attack either or both collectively. So you have to determine what gender demographic you are going after just as well. It's hard to sell female hygienic products to a male. I mean, if he does buy it, he's only buying it for somebody who needs it. He's not buying it for himself, but I can't judge him. I don't do that. So don't ask me if I buy female hygienics for myself. I don't need them. I don't think I have to clarify that. Okay, anyways, next step, right? So our fourth tip is to determine how your product helps your target market reach their goals, right? So the biggest thing is making sure your target market understands your product or service enough to clarify purchasing it to help them reach their goals, right? If they're just purchasing it because it's a spur of the moment kind of item, then maybe your product belongs on that rack at the grocery store, where it's an impulse buy. But the majority of the time, we're not making impulse buy products or services, especially for online presence. We need people to understand how our service helps them reach their end goal, right? So determining that will also help clarify who your target audience is for your online presence. Lastly, How do you find new leads? Where will you be able to find those new leads at? That's a great question. And when you sit back and think about it, a lot of times we don't know, right? And that's where we come to a head in our business a lot of times, especially with our own online presence, is we don't know how to find new leads. We don't know how to bring leads in, right? So social media, Instagram, Facebook, all these platforms, they use hashtags, right? So we can use hashtags to funnel in the particular target audience that we're looking for. But what about outside of that too, just as well? Maybe you want to bring in-person conversations up to get people to follow you on online presence too, right? Just as well. So for example, you sell commercial real estate and you put a lot of your services and products, you market online, you do a lot of online marketing, right? You're noticing that there's a lot of startup companies in your particular area. Let's use Sacramento, California, right? I don't live there, I'm just using them. Let's say there's a lot of startup companies there, right? And these startup companies are looking for commercial real estate property to put their business in, to have a dedicated office space. They're tired of working from their home, they're tired of working from a desk. They want to have a place where they can call home for their business, right? Easy way to find new leads is to get out there and network. Go to network functions. Find those new leads, right? So you have this younger age group who are doing a lot of marketing. They're meeting a lot of other startup companies. They're finding out what products and services those other startup companies use to help their business grow. You should do that too. You should be there, right? You hear people say that all the time. Why aren't you? Go to these networking functions. Meet the people in your niche. Talk to them. Figure out what they like and what they don't like. That will help you grow further, faster. Before we go, I'm going to give you one bonus tip. That bonus tip is you got to be confident. You got to understand what you're pushing out there. You got to know that your product, your service is going to help the next person that finds you. You have to be confident in there. If you're not confident, people see that. They hear that. And it turns them off and they won't buy your service. Be confident. Show who you are. Mean what you say and deliver those results. And you will grow. I'm Tony and this is Tony Narrative Show. Thank you for joining me. Peace.